What's up, dog?
Hey, not too much.
Not too much?
Yeah, I walked here. It's raining.
Did you walk in the rain?
I did, yeah.
Damn.
I'm pretty brave, and I can do anything I want and believe I can do.
Wow. That's the fastest I think I've gone from like small weather talk to like, and by the way, here's my mission statement.
Yeah. I guess, yeah, when I think about it, I think it's pretty accurate.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Have you lived examples of that in your life? Like,
I always say every day there's an example of trying something you haven't done before and thinking you can do it. Like today I wore all black in the rain, and it was kind of dark, and I didn't get hit by a car, and I knew I could do that.
Wow.
And if at work it applies usually.
Like you're a big proponent of setting your mind to something.
Yeah,
and
I guess so. I guess so.
Wait, do you have a mission statement in general?
For my life, it's interesting question. No. Do you?
No, definitely not. I guess I have goals, but not a particular like specific mantra or something. You know what I mean?
Right, a mantra.
Do you have like a thing you wake up and tell yourself,
No, I don't. But this year, it's kind of still January. My New Year's resolution, I'm really trying not to rush anywhere. I feel like my whole life I've been rushing everywhere. I'm like, okay, I have to get this done in the next hour, and then I have to like get somewhere really fast because I'm already running late, and then I gotta like leave there really quick to go to the next thing. Yeah. And it's so unhappy. It's such an unhappy way to live. So I'm really trying not to set myself up to be in a rush.
Do you feel like you've been like, is it because that's the mindset you're bringing, or is it because you set yourself up like you don't give yourself enough time?
I think it's both. I don't know if you've ever experienced this, but I feel like when I'm like trying to relax, sometimes I'll be like, okay, I've relaxed, now I have to do the next thing. Do you ever have that experience?
you allot 30 minutes to chill, and then once your body hits the decompressed state. Yeah
but it's not even like I can't even relax because the whole time I'm like planning, like even if I'm like, okay, right now I'm walking, then what's the next thing I have to do, like what's the next thing, and so I'm trying to not think that way anymore.
Right, you're trying to be purely relaxed. Yeah,
in the moment.
I know what you mean. Like,
so it's both. I think it's mind and logistics.
And are you how's that going with the logistics? Are you doing
great.
better with it? Yeah.
Doing a little better, yeah.
Oh, that's great. You can do anything you set your mind to.
Yeah. Wait, somebody genius said that a few minutes ago.
I'm going to introduce my genius guest here. It's Caroline.
What's up, guys?
Very funny comedian. Subscribers.
And non-subscribers alike.
Yeah, this is YouTube.
Yeah.
And then the second half is for the...
Okay, cool.
For the...
YouTube subscribers?
YouTube is the caterpillars and the butterfly hive is the Patreon.
I love that.
All right. Fucking... what was I thinking? I first met you at Good Good. I'm currently wearing the Good Good shirt.
Hey, yeah. I was looking at the poster up there from there, too.
Oh, yeah.
You got the merch in here.
A lot of swag.
Yeah.
My favorite thing about alt comedy spaces is the merch.
Yeah.
And swag. Yeah.
You have any BCC merch yet?
No, I should get some. I take it back. I have a sticker or two.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah, it's on that trash can.
You gotta put... Yeah, okay.
So you have my dive bar trash can.
Nice. That is a dive bar trash can. That's really cute.
Oh, there it is.
There's the BCC sticker at the top, kind of at the top of the trash. That's an honor. There's Jackknife Comedy.
This is my garbage can.
Employees Only. I've seen that one before.
There's a bunch of hot hentai women.
That's awesome. That's what you want in a trash can. Yeah. At my old job, my boss had a hentai mouse pad, and his wrist would go between her tits.
That's funny.
Yeah, it was crazy. I think I was the first girl that had worked there.
Are you a big merch person?
Yeah, kind of.
Do you have like tchotchkes and stuff?
I like selling my own merch.
Oh, you sell merch? What?
I mean, I don't really now have anything, but I've sold stuff for my podcast,
Oh,
like,
sure.
I had like lighters and hats and stuff, and that was really fun. It's so fun to make it, and then it's so fun to like see people wearing it.
You're an incredibly DIY person. Like, I mean, I know, like, okay, Caroline's like built furniture, but like good, like not like when like somebody does a shitty like DIY, like just a stool with 4 legs. Like you've built like really beautiful looking like cabinets, and you're telling me about like a sofa you built. Like to build a sofa is like,
that was a crazy
that's
project.
wild. Yeah.
I haven't posted that one online yet because there's one part we need to finish, but it's very pretty.
Damn. What do you have to finish?
There's gonna be a painting in it, and my boyfriend just has to do the painting.
It's gonna be a painting in it.
We built like it's like a couch with a wooden frame behind it. That's like a 6x6 painting, and then some shelving and stuff. So yeah, I'm really into building furniture.
Wait, so it's not even like straightforward sofa. It's like sofa, but then there's also a framed painting as like an element of the whole structure, and it's got shelves.
Yeah, it's a 12.
So you really know what the fuck you're doing.
Fold out bed in the middle. We did all the like framing.
You have a fold out bed.
Yeah,
like built into.
Yeah, it was.
You know what the fuck you're doing.
It was crazy. We kind of took it on. It was really, going back to what the first thing we were talking about. We didn't know how to do it at all, but we were like free. My boyfriend looked it up on YouTube, and was like, I think we can do it. And we did it. We did it every night. We worked on it.
Just to say the concept of you didn't know what you were doing. It's not like you had never built furniture before and were like, let's build a pull-out bed from scratch.
I had never built a bed or a couch.
Right. And what you built? Like definitely cabinets, because I had seen some of those.
Definitely cabinets. Yeah. I've made like lots of bookshelves. The last project, my boyfriend and I were going to start our own furniture business.
Shout out Free, by the way.
Yeah, shout out Free, my awesome BF.
Really nice guy. I've met him. Hell yeah.
Thanks,
What's
Benny.
up, dog?
I'll tell him you said so. Well, I guess I don't have to. Hopefully listening. Does he
listen to all your stuff? Does he listen to your podcast? Did he listen to your podcast when you had it?
I think he listened to a couple episodes.
Hell yeah.
That was very
shout out for.
He doesn't really listen to podcasts. We were trying to start a business called Carefree.
Oh,
kind of cute.
Yeah,
and
Caroline. Free.
Exactly. And so we had taken on a couple client projects before, and we had done like some custom pendant lights, and the biggest one we had done was this like really big desk that fit a keyboard piano inside that like slid in really cutely and tucked in away, so you could have like a desk and a keyboard in the same place. But I built the biggest thing I guess I've done is we built an Airstream trailer together. We like tore out the middle and renovated it. One of those like silver bullet guys.
Whoa!
And that was a big project. We did it for work.
Is that like for somebody to like? Yeah. It's not like your own personal.
No, that would be awesome.
Gotcha. Yeah.
No.
Do you ever watch like tiny house videos on YouTube?
Oh my god, yeah.
I love that shit.
I love it.
I don't think I would actually want to live in a tiny home. It seems like a little bit of a nightmare.
Well, it's a logistical nightmare. Like every day you have to do 10 things to get to your sink.
It's like you have to unfold each plate or something.
Yeah, exactly. It's like once you lift up the bed and slide it out the window, you'll be able to access the handle that pops out the plates.
Yeah. I saw this one where they had a space for their like they built this whole perfect space for their toddler.
Yeah.
And like it's like painted with stars, and it like fits perfectly for a toddler. And I'm like, that child is going to grow. It's not going like they're going to be a teenager, and you've put them in the cupboard. Like
it's like a tiny bedroom.
It's like the smallest loft space that it works for like a 3-year-old. And it's like you don't have the. Like what happens when that's a 8-year-old? You know what I mean? Are they just going to be a prisoner?
It was all built in. You couldn't like take it out and sell it.
I mean, it was like they lived in this tiny home
home.
They like the parents lived in the the parents.
I guess
lived
I would
in, like,
move and start
room.
renting it out to parents of toddlers short term.
Just Airbnb for toddlers.
Yeah, and you get to pick like an age range to rent it for.
That could be. I just imagining immediately that it would be used nefariously, which is bad, but yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
In a utopian society where toddlers can freely move between families and it's all good.
No, wait. I was thinking the parents would also move.
Oh, they would also move. Oh, true.
I was like, what could go wrong?
I was like, just like, oh yeah, let your toddler come stay with us for a week. We gotta.
Yeah, that would be really funny. Just like camp but they're alone with 2 adults.
Thinking like bed and breakfast, but the breakfast is like, I don't know, mushed like whatever children eat. Well,
Yeah.
I guess babies eat mush, but like, what do toddlers eat?
I
Just
feel like
normal
they
food?
just eat a little bit of what you eat.
Oh, just small amounts of a bed and small breakfast.
Yeah.
small bed and small
breakfast.
Yeah. Tiny home is. I mean, how big of a home would you like?
I was just thinking about when I first moved to New York and I lived in a 1-bedroom, and the kitchen was so small. It was on the Upper West Side or something. Definitely not or something. And it was the kitchen was just a sink and an oven. and there was no counter.
Wow.
And the counter, if you wanted to use it, there was like kind of a butcher block that like hooked onto it that you could slide from left to right. So it'd either be over the stove or over the sink.
Right.
But then it was like you could only use the stove or the sink. And if you wanted to get into both at the same time, you had to like undo the counter.
Were you able to fit another like small table in the space, or was it like that small that it's like, damn? Shit.
I guess you could have, but then you wouldn't have been able to access either the sink or the like. It was just as
like,
the
that's
room
how
was
small
that
it was.
wide.
Wow.
So I would take stuff in the living room and cook it.
So and that experience makes you want what size
so
home?
So that makes me think, if I couldn't even handle a small kitchen and the rest of the apartment was normal sized, I don't think I could do a tiny home. I think I would have to.
Yeah, absolutely not.
I think I need 1,000 square feet.
How big is that? I don't know square footage. I feel like you're more in that industry. Is that like medium size space?
It's funny because when I said that, I was like, okay.
100 feet by 100 feet.
Okay, I think it's about a 3-bedroom.
That's way bigger. That's 10,000. I'm like doing math in my head. 100 by 100. I'm trying to figure it out.
But when I did it, I was like, well, I once paid $600 for a room, and that was too small, and I'd probably want about twice that, a little less than twice that. So I was like, that must have been 600 square feet, so I must need 1,000 square feet. But it's like the dollar doesn't correspond to the square footage at all.
No, it's like
so I came up with that really out of nowhere.
It's like the 3 rules of real estate are how big it is, how comfy it is, and the furniture. Would you want to have every piece of furniture in a home be made by you?
For sure.
That's awesome.
I think a lot of our furniture now is made by us.
Really?
Yeah.
Do you do like plumbing and shit also?
No. I can like look it up. I know a little bit of electrical.
Like, I'm thinking like.
Yeah, like what?
Like a beautiful sink or something.
Or like would I make a sink? For sure.
Yeah.
But then it's kind of a whole different form because, I guess you could make a wood sink. Most of the stuff I do is wood or metal. And that's usually ceramic, which I'm not so into, but I could learn.
Oh, sure. I mean, I've definitely seen metal sinks.
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
I think so limiting. For sure, at like nice restaurants when it's like a trough. You know what I mean? The drain is like a line across one side and the whole thing leans into it.
And it's like cool. The hand blow dryer is part of the. What am I thinking?
Yeah.
You know better about you're talking about like the back of house sink.
Actually, I guess it's the exact same form as that, but I'm thinking of like when you go into a fancy restaurant and then the stalls.
I don't know what that's like.
Well, let me tell
you. What's
it
like at a pizza place?
There's private bathrooms. Sometimes there's a shared
private
sink.
bathrooms.
Yeah.
Wow. I wish I could have a toilet all my own. My God. I would love to make my own toilet.
Really?
Like,
what
really
would you make about
pimp it out. Like, well, you know, they get those like heated ones that like speak to you and stuff like that. That, but then maybe a little more like, there's a couple bidet angles and.
Okay, so you'd want to do like the electronic side. You're like building in the kind of tech features.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, more realistically, I just want to purchase a really fancy toilet.
Yeah.
I would like you to build me a really nice toilet.
Yeah, I can make you a nice toilet. I actually made a toilet seat recently for a project. And it's beautiful. It's like dark stained wood, and I carved it by hand to look like it has like a beautiful shape to it. It's like a headboard for a bed. And I need to put there's like a space for me to put a word in it, and it's just like now on my toilet. And so it's like I need to figure out one word to put like when you lift up the lid.
This is your toilet.
I took it from set and now I have it.
Oh, cool.
What do you think I should have it say? Like, what would be a funny thing to say when you lift up the lid of your toilet?
That's a great question. There's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of good funny stuff. Employees only, or
That's good. I like that.
Down.
You're thinking of the sticker from your trash can.
I am. I literally like they come to mind. Yeah.
BCC. It should say good comedy.
Or yum or something.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yum would be good. I'm gonna like stamp it into a brass plate. I don't know. No, everything I could think of was really like hokey and not very funny.
Yeah, it's like, hokey's a great word.
Yeah.
I like I don't think about it that much, but you saying it just now made me really like think like, whoa, that's a perfect like dunk on certain ideas.
A lot of stuff is hokey.
Yeah. Explain hokey. Explain hokey to the people at home who know what it is, but let's try to explore the idea.
Okay, hokey is like I think it's like when you try to do something but you are not trying to do your own idea. You're trying to do something that you think somebody who's doing what you are doing would do.
Whoa, that's a great way to put it. It's you're sort of playing with like you're doing like a cliche or a trope, but it's sort of but like not like a cliche that's like a known like not like a sentence cliche, but like a kind of
it's not like aware enough to know. So you're performing like an archetype that you are trying to imitate, but you don't know enough to do it well. So you're kind of like you just swing and miss at like the genre. I feel like that's hokey.
Wow.
You know
that's
what I mean?
Cool. I mean, absolutely. Yeah, I mean, of course, it's just like
agree?
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just like taking that and applying it to comedy on stage as opposed to like just like toilet seat. But yeah, for sure.
Yeah,
I mean,
for sure.
but I know what you mean. Like you go to somebody's house and they have like maybe a sign in the bathroom that has some sort of joke, but it's like that's you purchased that, or like maybe even if they wrote it, if they like hand stitched a thing, and it's still like a joke that's like a known joke. It's like yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. And I feel like stand-up.
I love judging people.
Yeah. Hey, Benny, no gossiping on this podcast, so everyone else is a loser. Cut that out.
Yep. Fuck.
I do you feel like how do you feel like I feel like your jokes are pretty
deflected, no comment.
Yeah, exactly. You got out of that agreeing with me on that. I feel like your jokes are pretty
hokey.
They're like your jokes pretty hokey. So I guess how do you feel about that? No, they're pretty like not a lot of people do the same kind of form where you do a lot of one-liners. So I feel like you don't have. There's not like a stereotype maybe that you need to avoid, but do you feel like you ever fall into that trap?
No, I mean, I think there definitely are stereotypes because, I mean, partly because I am thinking about like the one-liner stereotypes so much.
Right.
But I think there's certain very clear, like, there's certainly like linguistic jokes or, I'm trying to think of, there's a certain type of joke where you take an idea and you just kind of like run it through itself.
Yeah, totally.
And like doing these certain like self-circular little neat, like too tight and neat, like pithy. I like the word pithy.
Yeah.
But like doing certain jokes like that where it's like you take
Can you think of an example?
I can, but the one that comes to mind is somebody's joke that if I were to say it.
A famous person or someone we know?
No, someone I know. So I don't want to be like,
after.
Yeah.
Can you do the rhythm of it? Can you say it without doing the words? Like
no, no.
Okay.
No. I could do that. I could actually, but
I'll make you do it.
No. But it's just like it's like a joke where it's like you can get to that idea just by taking the base and let me think of give me an idea or something. Or
like something to write a one-liner about.
Yeah.
If you had like a certain like pens.
Yeah. Okay. Maybe like writing about a pen. Maybe does that make some sense?
Yeah.
That's kind of like a self-circular idea.
Okay.
It's kind of like what I'm trying to get at. That
yeah.
You know
It's like on the nose. It's on the nose.
There's certain on the nose obvious things to do.
Yeah.
That create a one-liner.
Yeah.
And sometimes I see those and I go, I know somebody will do that joke.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And then you search on Twitter and it's like 1,000 people.
Totally.
Yeah. Is there anything you avoid in your style? Like, do you feel like you are avoiding a certain hokiness?
Mm-hmm. I feel like everything I write, I'm like, that's hokey, and then I have to rewrite it. But that's like that's a good first draft. Is that I'm like getting to the first idea, and then from there I can get to the elevated version of it.
Yes.
Like it's a successful first draft if it's kind of like obvious.
And as long as it has the trappings of something you were trying to go for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because there's like now something I can kind of work from. I don't know.
What hokey style do you feel like you're avoiding?
Oh God, I feel like there's so many like types of stand-up that I'm afraid of being like because I think that you can classify a lot of people like in our generation as like there's like a number of categories and it's like like
hot girl comedy
is that
was coming to mind. It's like that's one people keep talking about
for sure. For sure. And then there's like I don't know. There's just a bunch of like things like that. And it's or it's like
hot guy comedy.
Yeah, famously hot guy comedy.
Those two have been really in the those two have been really in the conversation circle recently.
Wait, is there really hot guy comedy?
That's used.
I haven't heard of that.
I've been hearing that more, kind of as a pejorative.
For sure.
Hot girl comedy is not used as a pejorative. That's used as like a certain group of people are reclaiming the ability to be both hot and funny on stage. Whereas when a guy does it, it's a certain like element of like you're not subverting anything by doing that.
Yeah, guys have always been hot. No, I know what you mean. I kind of think of hot girl comedy badly because I'm like, well, they. I'm kind of coming to learn that I need to like readjust my attitude about women. I kind of jumped to negative conclusions about women really quickly.
Yeah, same.
Yeah. Vibes. Finally something me and the guys can agree on.
Yeah, not like other girls. Hashtag.
Yeah,
not
exactly.
I don't like
genre of comedy.
Yeah, I don't like hot guy comedy out of a bitter, deep, jealous resentment.
Yeah, there's probably a bit of that too. But I'm like, oftentimes I feel like the girls are relying on their hot, like half the content is hot and half the content is comedy is like the output. And so if you're like self-identifying, and I do think it's that, it's like, I'm a hot girl comic, here's me in a bikini, and also here's my show. It's like, well, I guess I don't respect if your career is being hot, or I'm not interested in that.
Right.
It's not something I would follow, and it's like totally fine if you want to do it, but it's not my thing. So when you're like fusing that career with this career, it's like, okay, that's fine. I like one of those careers, but not the other. So I'm only half interested in what you're doing. Does that make sense?
I know it makes sense. It makes sense. But I guess you don't support women.
So yeah. So if a woman is hotter than me, I don't support her. No, people can do whatever they want, but I don't. That's not what I want to do, and I'm like, I don't want to accidentally trip into like trying to do that.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, definitely. But it's like I have nothing but support for it from my side. From partly like I understand that they're trying to subvert a specific like the concept that like you're not allowed to be both hot and funny.
That's
is like
true.
this sort of pervasive idea, and they're trying to specifically go no, we can do both, which is cool. I don't know. I don't mean to.
Thought about it that way.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
That's totally true. And by the way, anyone can do anything they want.
As long as they set their mind to it. Exactly. You ever see someone on stage who's like, "You dumbass! You forgot to set your mind to it. You fool."
Honestly, yeah. When people don't commit, that's basically what it is.
It's outside of the so the one-liner thing is like I don't view that as being like I'm not avoiding hokey tropes within the one-liner space. Yeah. Because that's just kind of like a form thing. It's like similar to it's like it's like if you're a bit comedian, like it's just like a form. You know what I mean? I think the hokey thing that I'm trying to avoid would be sort of being twee about bugs or critters.
It's more your content.
Yeah, exactly. Like I'm doing bug and animal jokes, but I don't want it to be nerdy flavored. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
you know what I mean? And
you
I
want
think
it
that's
to be personal, and you don't want to like, for sure.
Yeah, I want to make sure I look dumb and have it be but do you feel like do you feel like there's an area you're trying to avoid in that space? I
feel like there's a lot of people do stuff that is just about like sex and depression, and it's kind of like the obvious stuff to talk about, and like everyone has their own version of it, and I think that I would like to avoid that if possible and do something, I don't know, I like
I mean, because it's the thing is, it's like I'm not avoiding bugs, I'm still doing them, so it's like are you still talking about sex and depression but avoiding it from a specific angle? Like, are you like what do you talk about? Like, what do you feel like is like one of your favorite?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm actually kind of like having like a period where I'm not writing stand up because there's just nothing that I want to talk about in stand up. And I just did like a prop bit last week because I was like, this is more interesting to me, because everything I thought about, I was like, God, that is so fucking boring. So I guess it's less about other people and me being like, I don't think there's anything interesting to talk about right
Caroline's
now.
clown era.
Yeah, exactly.
That'd be cool. I'd love to see you do props. That would be fascinating. I guess I feel like, do you feel like props kind of have props have a bad rep in my mind.
For sure.
And I think they don't necessarily need to.
I think props are cool.
Props are great.
I think they do have. I think that's like kind of left over from like whenever they were a last to hit, like
yes, yeah, yeah,
80s.
yeah.
And so I feel like I don't feel like so many people do it now that it's like there's something that's lame about it.
Do you know Julio Torres? I assume.
Yeah, of course.
He's
this
like
is really good.
Yeah, and but I think people aren't viewing his as prop comedy, but it is prop comedy
completely.
He has a whole series of shapes.
Yeah.
Like, calling the props shapes doesn't mean they're not props. You know what I mean? It's like,
totally.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true. Yeah, and he does it so well.
Yes.
So,
yeah, absolutely. So I'd be fascinated to see you.
Maybe do that.
What did you do as prop? What'd you do?
I just got I wear these glasses for reading, and I just got a prescription for glasses for looking far away. And so now if I'm like in a room where I'm switching between like reading and then like looking at stuff that's far away, I kind of have to like switch glasses. So I was kind of doing that as it pertained to performing, whereas like I kept checking my notebook and having to put on these glasses and then looking back at the audience and having to put on my far away glasses.
Oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
I would like that. I like that personalized real prop. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's just stuff I have.
Yeah. I mean, that's not, I feel like that isn't done in the prop space. That has a certain show and tell element to it.
Yeah, totally.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, you have to pack it.
Yeah.
People make illustrations.
It's like, he's like, I mean, like Carrot Top, for example, constructed objects.
Right.
Like he like physically built a thing.
Really? I don't think I've ever watched.
Oh, really?
I
mean, I'm not saying. Was it?
What did he make?
Well, so for
copy his
like an example is like he has a baseball bat that has like a hand at the bottom of it, so you can
Oh.
scratch your crotch. While like
They're like inventions.
yeah, inventions. Yeah,
Oh my
I do
God.
like a lot of Carrot Top's stuff.
Oh, I gotta watch that. How would he
but-
bring it out? How would he bring it out? Would he like have a bag of them?
He would bring out a big box and then he would go through it and be like, "This is a slipper with like a bumper on it, so you don't stub your toe at night." Carrot Top is underrated.
Wait, yeah, completely.
Yeah,
I've
for
never
sure.
thought of this. I want to do this genre of comedy.
That's
so
what,
funny.
dude. Yeah, that's what. So
'Cause
people,
I could build it. Oh my
dude.
God. You just saved my stand-up
Dude,
career.
yeah.
Thank you, Benny.
What the heck? I think okay. So, but I think with the thing with Carrot Top that I will say though is that I think I mean, not that I'm not trying to like start shit or talk shit, but I do think he had some props that are like maybe more racial or like about like this is like a woman's I don't know, something like that.
This is what I
don't entirely
hit bitches with.
It's something I don't want to listen. I don't want to talk out of turn, but I'm not sure if
remember
people
there
don't
being
like him for
something
a
about him.
specific reason that I'm not entirely sure
I
about.
thought he was a
You know what I mean?
pervert or something, but I might be thinking Pee Wee Herman, which
Pee-wee,
who
yeah.
wasn't. He was not a pervert.
Pee Wee Herman jerked off in the movie theater.
In the porn movie theater.
In the porn movie theater, yeah.
Completely fine.
So you're supposed to do that
at the movies now. You're gonna can't.
Yeah.
Do you think if you got caught jerking off in a normal movie theater now that your career would be in the dump? I don't think so. I think people would be like, don't do that.
I think it would be.
Really?
I mean, I don't know. I mean, they haven't got me yet.
I'm like, I don't think I think it would be fine. I think people would be like, that's a little gross.
I'm not gonna risk it, but you know what? Have somebody do it and get back to us.
And spread a rumor that they did it and see how it goes for them. Just see what the look on people's faces is. Like if people look annoyed or gross out.
I was saying when like Cats came out, I was like, ooh, I can't wait to Pee Wee Herman that.
Yeah. Jerk off and Cats.
Yeah.
That was the last movie I saw before COVID.
Really? I didn't see it.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, no, I won't. Yeah, I don't know. I mean,
It's like
it's not in theaters anymore. That's the point.
Yeah.
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 It's like that's the sort of movie you have to see in theaters.
Benny, everyone's talking about Cats.
It's 3 hours long.
Oh, it's like 2.5, I think. It's something insane where it's like, why?
That's so
Just because
funny.
you can doesn't mean you should.
3 hours.
Yeah.
It's the original. Have you seen the original musical?
No.
I wonder if that's any good.
I'm sure it's fine. Yeah. If they had enough fans to make a movie about it.
Huh. I feel like Broadway sucks.
Really?
That's my opinion.
Have you ever liked a musical?
Yeah, but I don't mean it from a quality of the art angle. I mean it more from like I think it's an inaccessible rich people thing.
Yeah. It's really expensive.
You know what I mean? It's if you
and it's grinding.
yeah.
Like the people who like it are so off-putting. My freshman year
Right.
roommate in college only listened to Broadway. Like when she played music in the room, she'd be playing like music from Broadway musicals, and I'm like, how can you do that and not like listen to it? Like it's kind of a narrative, and like it's like she would just be doing like homework to it. I'm like, this isn't like homework to have or music to have on in the background. It's like it's so you know.
Yeah, it's like supposed to like be invested in the emotional.
Yeah.
Or like I don't know.
The lyrics are so part of it that I don't think I couldn't tune them out.
Do you like Broadway plays before I go down this path
I don't have like a.
Oh,
I don't
sure.
care. I don't really like musical theater as like a.
As a genre.
But I've liked musicals before.
Like what?
I really like Into the Woods.
I don't know why I asked. I don't fucking know anything. I know Fiddler on the Roof and Les Mis.
Oh,
like,
Les Mis is good.
Les Mis is good.
Was good.
Oh, no note on whether or not Fiddler on the Roof is good.
I've never.
She doesn't like it. She thinks the Jews.
Is it Jewish?
Not a big fan of the Jews.
Yeah, I grew up pretty Catholic, so it wouldn't have really been.
It's
allowed.
it's the Jews. Yeah.
Oh, okay. Maybe I'll check it out.
Fiddler on the Roof is good. The movie's good.
Oh, there's a movie.
Oh yeah, the movie's great.
Okay.
Yeah, the movie's fantastic. In fact, I mean, it's a musical movie. Recommending Fiddler on the Roof.
Yeah, I'm like, hold on, you're the one who doesn't like musicals.
No, I do enjoy. I do
You
enjoy.
start naming every musical. You're like, well, now that I'm thinking about it,
I don't like Broadway as a concept from the idea of paying like 150. It might be fucking more than that. I don't know how much money this shit costs.
You can get tickets for like $60.
Really?
Yeah, they're not good.
No, okay.
You can.
But I guess the concept being like if you have a hobby where you're paying $60 for a one-off event, that is not an accessible hobby. You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's go on a tirade a little bit. Sorry. Is there any art form that you dislike as a sort of?
No, I'm right here with you.
This specific
this is
one.
probably the one.
Well, you don't like the inherent musical. Is it from you don't like the quality of the art, or is it like the people that choose to engage with it are annoying?
The people that choose to. It's like even when I'm watching it, I'm like, you are performing. Like I can appreciate the art of it, but thinking of it as somebody who performs, when I go to watch that as a performance, I'm like, you're performing in such an annoying way right now. Like, where's your cynicism about what you're doing? Like, relax a little bit. Do something natural. You know what I mean?
And you there's a sort of theater kid energy that is given off even in the like they're like, I went to the store, and you're like, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, exactly. It's not my cup of tea. Did you ever do theater like in school?
I did a little bit, yeah.
Yeah.
I was in Mulan.
Oh my god.
There's photos of me in Asian face.
Oh my god. Are they public?
This is last year. No, sorry. This is this would have been 7th grade.
Okay.
They're public enough in the sense of like
somebody has.
They're on Facebook somewhere.
They're on Facebook.
Like, yeah, I think so.
I did a pretty thorough cleanse of my Facebook. Not that there's anything on there.
I don't mind if people see me in Asian face in 7th grade. It's like obviously that was the decision of an adult.
Yeah, totally.
And not me.
Yeah.
I get my mom canceled.
It was like stage makeup.
Yeah. Stage makeup, yeah. Like to make my eyes look Asian.
Interesting.
Like it's like Asian eyes.
That's interesting.
Yeah. Isn't that fucked up?
Yeah, that is fucked up.
Did you do theater? I guess not. You didn't do theater?
No, I didn't. I built the sets.
Oh. Is there
I did that once, and then I was kind of like, actually, the people were kind of mean to me.
I was gonna say, is there a rivalry between set and stage? Question. I don't know what they're called. The thespians.
So. It was pretty comfortable. They got mad at me because I was a freshman and it was my first quarter in high school, and we were like, I was in charge of I'd like help build the set, but we all had to do some of the crew too, like on the night of the play, and I did the sound cues, and I fucked them up every night.
Oh,
like,
fuck!
I like played a jackhammer in the middle of a like really emotional scene, and I couldn't figure out how to turn it off, like because I was so stressed. I was like panicking, like my brain just shut off, and they got pretty mad at me.
Oh man, did they let you do it again?
I didn't.
Oh, you did.
I didn't opt to come back.
Oh, but you kept doing. You've been doing set and stuff for like a long time then. Like
since high school.
Is that when you started? Is like building furniture? Is like specifically
in high school? Yeah.
Cool.
I took shop classes and like built chairs and stuff.
You still have all your fingers.
Still have all my fingers. I got one bad injury in
Did
high
you really?
school. Yeah. I got like a piece of wood stuck in the table saw, which is like a kind of a scary one, and it like it's a saw. It's the one that
But, yep.
Okay, you know table saw. So there's a blade that's spinning really fast towards you.
Just tell me anyway.
And if you put the piece, yeah, I'm like, you don't know. You put the piece. If you put the piece in and it gets stuck, it shoots back out at you. Mm-hmm. And it did that to me. And it shot me in the ribs.
Oh.
And it cut through like all my clothes and like gashed me because it hit me so hard.
Whoa.
I didn't lose any fingers, so it definitely could have been worse.
Do you still have like a scar?
I don't think so.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah.
If it had gone like this way a little more, would you have gotten like more hurt?
Yeah,
would you have like killed or some shit?
My guts could have come out.
Like.
Yeah, maybe.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Maybe you got lucky. I don't know.
Yeah. No, it wasn't a bad one. And I haven't had any other shop injuries, major.
So you still doing? I mean, in order to build furniture, you have to do shop. Do you rent a space or like how do you?
I work in my boss's studio, and he has let us like use it for personal projects.
Oh, cool. Is it like once 5 o'clock hits, it's like time to build my thing?
I think yeah.
Okay.
In theory.
In theory.
Whatever I want.
Gotcha. You ever talked to Whitley about this, by the way? I assume.
For sure.
Yeah, you guys doing the same.
Yeah.
Thing.
We've chatted about it. Yeah, she quit her job recently.
Yeah, she's doing the office side and hates the dynamic between the like the status situation, from what I understand.
Oh, really?
I think so. Well, it's like the shop people and the office people don't. It's like a silo. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. Does your job have a similar divide or something?
It's just me and my boss. So it's pretty. I do all the administration and all the building.
Cool.
And my boss works remotely, so I kind of run the town.
That's awesome.
It's awesome.
That's so cool, dude.
No rules, no one's in charge. Yeah.
Yeah. What's the coolest? What's your favorite furniture thing? And then what's the worst? I want to know both.
In the world?
Of yours.
Of mine?
Yeah. Then I'll ask the world. The world is a good question too. What the heck?
I don't know if I have an answer to the world. My least favorite thing I've done. Honestly, well, that's a bad example. This chair I built in high school because it was the first thing I made. So obviously it's going to be the worst thing I made. You
don't have a fond respect for it being the first. It's just sort of like, oops,
it's just like the proportions were wrong.
Oh, sure.
Like if you look at it, the back was too small. Yeah. Like you look at the seat and you look at the back, and the back is just too small for the seat.
You accidentally made like one of those chairs from like those optical illusions.
Yeah, exactly. I accidentally built it upside down.
Yeah. All of the legs
go up.
Are on the one side by accident. Fuck.
Yeah, exactly. I think probably this desk is my favorite thing I've made that I described with the piano, because I think it's really smart, and I came up with like the way that it functions, which is that like the back is higher and the front is lower, and there's like a step down to the front of the desk, and it's like two halves basically. And when you lift up the front, it leans against the back and opens up the pathway from the back so that you can pull a piano out that's like nestled under the back. I'm describing it really badly.
Does it like come up in like a flat way so this papers don't fall off?
It doesn't come up in a flat way, but it does flip open into a music stand. So the front like flips into a music stand, and once that's out of the way, you can pull the piano out, and then you have like a piano with a music stand.
Oh, that's cool.
And then without moving, you can just like shove the piano back in and flip the thing back down, and now you have a desk.
That's so cool.
It's really cool.
And how like desk size desk?
Yeah, it was like a 5-foot keyboard randomly, so it's a huge desk.
That's cool.
And then we built it so that there's like
fucking
drawers underneath the keyboard.
For more piano.
For like.
I don't know how piano works.
It's like.
There's extra keys in there if you want. Yeah. Secret keys.
You can put your papers in there.
That's where the secret chords are that please the Lord or whatever.
That's where they keep the Jamba Juice secret menu. Yeah.
I built this.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It's two cabinets and a kitchen. It's a kitchen slab that I stacked on top of two cabinets. Nice. These are not connected physically. Yeah. To this, you can tell. You probably hate looking at it, don't you?
I don't hate looking at it.
She hates it.
I could see.
She hates my desk.
I could see some. If you put a butcher block on top,
Don't know what that is.
It's like the thing you can cut on.
Oh, sure. Yes.
It's like a nice solid.
Why would I do that?
You could stain it like a different color, and it's a really nice wood. Just looks nice.
Wait, for Wait, what do you mean?
That's what I have for my desktop. Is I have like a butcher block for the top piece. This is great.
Like another butcher block, or replace this with the butcher block?
Replace that.
Oh,
It would
gotcha.
look really fancy, like a fancy house kitchen island.
Cool.
Mm-hmm.
Sick.
That's what we did, because we have a cabinet desk too.
My new goal is to hire Caroline to do all my furniture.
I'm around.
You're around, yeah? I don't have the money though.
I know, I don't have the time.
You don't have the time. I don't have the money.
What would you want besides your toilet?
That's all I really need.
That's the top one.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I think right now I have like a shitty bed frame. It's just like a folding object.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. You'd want.
I think realistically a cool bookshelf.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
What would you want? You want, because you display stuff on your bookshelf more than anything, so you could have like custom compartments.
Yes.
That'd be cool.
Honestly, like this kind of thing,
Mm-hmm.
but coolified.
Yeah.
Would be sick as fuck.
Yeah. Would you want glass?
Huh. I don't know.
So you
I don't
have
think
to
so.
dust stuff. Yeah.
No. Is that what glass is for?
Mm-hmm.
Huh.
It doesn't get dusty in there.
No, I don't think so. I think that looks too fancy. I'd rather
Yeah.
have shit get dusty.
Yeah.
I like the dust
I
look,
like
to
that.
be honest.
Yeah.
I'm saying that just because it's dusty. I'm like, that's a pure,
I
it's a
think it looks
purely
pretty good
cope opinion.
dusty, yeah. Yeah, cope opinion. I went to this guy's house. This guy's really fancy house, in like on the Hudson River, and he had a glass cabinet just for displaying sculptures that he owned.
Whoa.
It was like built in to keep them pristine, and it was temperature controlled.
Damn.
It's pretty cool.
Speaking of sculpture,
Yeah.
haven't you been sculpting lately?
I work for a sculptor.
Yeah. Oh, does he sculpt? Do you do any sculpting?
I do the sculpting with him under his direction. But I've never made my own sculpture. I'm not that interested in it as an art form, as a medium.
Do you like the practicality of furniture?
I
something?
guess so. I just am like, I don't know what I would make if I was going to make a sculpture, and I never
Some
really
sort
like.
of cool thing.
Yeah, I guess so.
Maybe some sort of gun.
Yeah, a gun.
Something.
But my boyfriend's he's a sculptor, and he's really got me into the medium because his ideas are really cool. I never really understood it before. He has kind of more like theoretical sculpture that like is like kind of narrative. It's like a cool object that you would see like arranged in an interesting way.
Mm.
He does some like form stuff too, and form is what I've never understood, which is just like when it's cool shapes. So I'm like, okay, and what? Like, I don't care.
Oh, sure.
But one of his ideas, he wants to put a gun in it and like weld it in. And he wanted to use a real gun, but you can't get a permit, and you can't have a prop gun in New York if it looks like a real gun. It has to be bright orange or like look like one of those foam guns, basically.
Is he gonna still do it, or is it like
No,
not
we just
worth
found
the
that out like
idea?
last night.
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
It's kind of a problem. Yeah, we don't know what to do.
Damn.
Do you have any experience with guns?
No, not really. I've shot them twice.
Were you good at it?
No, I don't know.
Mm.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just fucking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
I
usually
was
at a
doing some of
Target,
this.
right? Yeah. Yeah.
Well, once was at a Target. I hit the
Shooting
piece of
range.
paper,
Yeah.
and then the other one was
That's something.
my buddy's house.
That's sick.
Yeah.
That's cool.
That's just shooting into the woods.
Was this like in adulthood or in childhood?
That was a few years ago. Yeah, this is
Cool.
adulthood. This is not in like a my friend brought his gun out as children, but like as adults in the woods in Vermont on like a large property shooting it at. I don't know if that's illegal. So no, I didn't. Never mind.
I'm sure that's
It's
fine.
probably legal. Yeah. Shooting at pedestrians.
Were you a crazy high schooler? Like, did you act out, or were you pretty tame as a kid?
I acted out a lot.
What'd you do?
I did a lot of public pranks and shit. I did a lot of bullshit.
You were like doing math. You were doing public pranks.
I really was like doing a bunch of like honestly, yes. For example, freshman year of college. I know it's not high school, but it's like similar situation. It's like there's like an election for something or other, and I put a bunch of like campaign posters around that were like, Benny Feldman, I'm not running for anything. Don't vote for me. Like that. Like that would do like that kind of thing a lot.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
That's fun.
Kind of like
Less
Napoleon
clown
Dynamite
vibes.
style clowning.
Yeah.
How about you? Were you?
I like drank.
No.
I don't know if I did crazy stuff. I would always like keep shit in my closet that I knew was bad, because I felt like it was a healthy act of rebellion. Like I'd always have liquor in like the pockets of my jackets and stuff.
Oh, fun. Do you have experience with guns, by the way? You asked the...
Yeah. I've been to one shooting range.
Were you good at it?
I've been playing a lot of GTA lately.
Oh, sure.
So I was pretty good.
Speaking of not respecting women.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Die, bitch.
Just run them over.
I'd be killing those bitches.
You a gamer?
Not. I mean, I got a Switch during COVID, and I'll
Are you playing GTA on the Switch?
Yeah, they just put it out on
That's funny. Yeah. That's funny to me to be...
It's sick.
To use the Switch controllers to stab a hooker is
yeah.
funny.
Yeah, you can do anything in that game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It rules. Just play Red Dead if you...
Really?
Same company made the really good game. Yeah.
Okay.
You probably know about Red Dead. We've heard of it.
It's kind of like realistic.
Yeah, it's some GTA kind of style, but you're in the West.
Okay, that sounds fun.
Oh, it's awesome.
Do they have it for Switch? I'm kind of a Switch-only girl.
I'm sorry, I don't know.
I don't think they do. It's kind of, that's like the limitation of my being into games is that if it comes out for Switch, then I'll play it. Like I played, oh God, what's the one where you're like in old America and you are like a spy for the, you go to the Caribbean on a boat. You're sailing a lot.
Assassin's Creed?
Exactly.
You played Assassin's Creed,
Assassin's
4
Creed on Switch.
You played Black Flag.
Exactly.
Wow, I said a slur briefly on it. Oh my goodness.
What?
I said instead of flag, I said FAG by accident just now. It's like some sort of Freudian slip.
Yeah, right. It was a Freudian slip.
Yeah. The Tourette's I've been saying is it's a Freudian dog trying to run on ice. It's like or whatever.
That's funny.
But
that makes me think of my dog running on ice. It's pretty funny.
Oh, hell yeah. If the crowd has a dog, hell yeah.
Yeah. That's
a fun kind of choose your own adventure mental image.
Yeah, totally. You can put whatever dog you want.
Yeah. I do want to know, it is interesting to me that you're not interested in doing sculpture, and which is so interesting because it is so similar to furniture. Do you okay?
I'm a function girl.
You do, yeah. I'm a function fellow.
Mm-hmm.
I like when something has function.
Yeah.
And not just when it's form, like you're saying with the shapes.
Yeah.
But I do think that aesthetic form can have its own function of kind of like this statue commemorates this great person and we wanted to do that. You know what I mean? That's that is the function.
For sure. Well, I'm thinking of form just as like shapes.
Right.
But I know that's not all that it means. But like, yeah, when it's like of something, that's cool. Or like when it's representational, I think that's cool.
Oh, okay. So you're like abstract form.
Yeah.
Like not Ben Franklin. But
yeah.
like
that's what I thought of when I thought of sculpture, is like a twist made of clay.
Oh.
Before I like dated someone who did sculpture and worked for a sculptor, and now I know more about it, but still not so much, honestly. I should take a class or something.
Do you do other art forms? Is
I paint
comedy
a little bit? But only for fun.
Do you talk about the furniture on stage? It's cool that you paint.
I've written like one or two jokes about it, but I've never quite like mastered what I want to talk about.
It's like a secret. It's like a behind the scenes secret for the people who talk to you.
I guess I feel like I like make a lot of videos with it, so yeah, I guess it's not on stage so much. But maybe if I can do props.
Yeah.
That'd be so fun,
dude. You could build one of the pieces of furniture you could build is whatever the props come out of as well.
Oh my God, totally.
Like
that would be fun.
A specialty chest thing or some sort of like cabinet that you pull them all out of. Like a series of goofy cabinets that you pull out.
Oh my God, that'd be so cool.
Dude, I need to.
You're like, you're like being my consultant right now. This is amazing ideas. I'm gonna
send you a Carrot Top video.
Yeah. Well, I seriously send me a rec. I didn't even know. Like, I thought Carrot Top. Okay, I knew this wasn't true on some level, but when you said Carrot Top, I was like, that's a character in The Simpsons. Right? Or is that a different?
I think they might be parodying Carrot Top in some capacity. Sideshow Bob.
Yes.
Or whatever. Yeah.
That's what I'm thinking of.
Because I think he does sort of like knife stuff.
Yeah. He's always like killing people, right?
Yeah. Or he's like trying to kill Bart for some reason.
Right.
In this, I think he's related to the Krusty the Clown. Not like, I mean, maybe he's related like family wise, but I mean like, I think he worked for him or something. Like he's part of I don't remember.
In the show?
Yeah.
Okay, totally.
I don't quite know.
I haven't watched it in a long time. So the lore, my mom and I used to watch.
Oh, sure.
The lore is not there. Anyway, but
it got bad after season 33.
Oh, that's a good run.
Yeah. I have no idea what season.
Yeah.
I think season like 9 or 10 or 11 is when people say it started.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
I haven't watched the first 11 seasons. But yeah, fucking.
I used to do a show that I would build stuff during the show, and I have done that more recently too. And I would like have somebody come up and talk about a problem they were having, and then have a couple comedians perform. And while they were performing, I'd like go in the back room and build something for the audience member.
Oh, cool. It's like a Bob Ross style on stage or something.
Yeah,
like you
totally.
explaining. You'd build them like to what scale are you talking?
Like when I first did it, I did it at Caveat. It was like a running show, and I would build them a prototype more. So it was just made out of like white foam core and glued together. So it wasn't functional, but it was like, I invented this idea for you. But then the most recent time I built Luke Gralius was like, there's this nail sticking up out of my floor in the kitchen I keep tripping on, and I don't know how to get it out. And so I built him like a little stool that he can keep over it that he can like step on, and I like upholstered it and built the legs and stuff.
Oh, that's so cool.
So it's not like so complex, like it's just like 4 parts or whatever, but complex enough to try to impress people.
I'd love to keep writing for your act. I'm enjoying this as like a thing, but I would love to see you do like you're saying with like the prototype thing.
Yeah,
it'd be so cool if you had a series of like prototype style like like when people have like toothpick marshmallow things for architecture, like you bring out a series of like almost blueprint style. I don't like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be awesome.
Yeah. That's what I was doing. I mean,
for the
props.
Yeah. Like you don't have to build a whole cabinet.
Yeah.
But you can be like, here's what Richard Nixon's desk looked like. You know what I mean? And you have like a tiny desk that I don't know.
I guess if it's functional, if it's just for show, it doesn't have to be functional. It can just be
red. In fact, it should only be form.
That's true.
Speaking
yeah.
Well, the function is the form. Representational.
Yeah, exactly.
Narrative.
The function is that's what I'm using it on stage to make people laugh. Yeah, one time for my ex-boyfriend's like birthday or something, I got him. He had lost one of his AirPods.
Got him a sofa.
And I got him a sofa. I like cut an AirPod out of wood and like so I could have something to wrap to be like, I'm gonna replace your AirPod. Such a stupid present in retrospect, but
no, that's really funny. You gave him like a wooden AirPod.
Gave him like a wooden AirPod.
That's really funny.
Yeah, but it kind of looked like a dick and balls.
Oh sure, yeah.
Because if you look at an AirPod from the side, that's what it looks like.
Huh.
So
wow,
it wasn't an awesome present.
Maybe I like that concept.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's cute.
Fucking yeah, I don't know. It's cool that you paint also. It's like there's stuff that also our the way this podcast works is our legs will bump.
Yeah, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's too many. It's too tight of a space. Yep. Fucking.
Are legs on camera?
No, not really.
My
so people don't
is.
know, but it's like really funny where it's like I'll like just like keep kicking the person.
Yeah, for sure.
I'm like sorry, and like people have no idea.
Yeah, you guys have no idea what's going on with our legs right now. They're bumping sometimes.
I need to like get a studio. Like I need to like physically expand them, but I don't.
You don't need to.
No, not even slightly.
Yeah,
it's more fun to just go. Also, our legs are bumping by accident. But the idea of like I like when people have other stuff going on outside of comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
And it's cool that you don't mention it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's cool that you think that. I feel like I talk about it too much. So this is actually great feedback for me.
No, it's awesome. Yeah. I mean, but now I'm like also encouraging you to fully do it.
Yeah, on stage.
What notes do you have for me? What should I change about my act? This is it. What am I gonna just interview the guests the whole time?
Have you heard of this guy Dimitri Martin?
That is. It's funny you mentioned that. He's kind of a halfway point between what we're saying because he like draws stuff and does
that is
one-liners.
true.
Yeah,
that is true. Yeah, he was a prop guy. I kind of forgot about that.
Okay. Thought being that Carrot Top's kind of a one-liner guy with the props. He brings out a prop. He's like, "This is a gag. This is what it does." Julio Torres, I think maybe why people don't think of it as prop comedy is because he's not doing that style.
Yeah.
He like does a whole little like narrative with each
Yeah.
bit. He like really invests a story in all of them. What are your
That's interesting.
thoughts on that? I don't know.
Yeah.
Just agreement. Yup.
No, yeah. That's an interesting way to think about it. There's like these different ways of interacting with it on stage. Like one where it's kind of part of a larger story. I think that it could be fun if I wanted to make something on stage. Like, I've never thought about having something pre-made. I think that it would be fun to do, like, I started that sentence being like, by the time I know the sentence, I'll have an idea. Okay, I think it would be fun to do, like it's a demonstration. No, actually, I think it'd be fun to do inventions. But I think that instead of it being a one-liner and kind of a simple invention, it could be like, I mean, I'm working on this web series now that's like inventions for people's problems in their houses, like it's HGTV style. And so it could be something that's like along those lines where it's like, okay, if you're somebody who had this problem, this would be a funny, like kind of roundabout and silly way to address that. And like, guess what? It's not just a stupid idea. I also made it physical. Like,
kind of like Simone, you know, Simone Gertz, the robot lady.
No,
She does that stuff where it's like, here's a alarm clock that slaps you awake.
I love that.
Like that kind of thing.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, to do stuff like that where it's like, it's not just that it's representing like a funny thing you're doing. I don't know. I guess the one example of Carrot Top that you gave me is that it's like, this is a funny thing that I could do. Like a funny thing is if I'm like hitting something and scratching my balls at the same time. So here's like an object that makes that a possibility a reality.
Yes.
And so to make it like a narrative answer where it's like, this is an object that allows you to do something else, and it's also an invention, but it's like part of like the construction of it is also funny. Like the way that it's made is funny, and like the way that it looks is funny.
I love the concept of prop comedy where the process is part of it. That's really cool. That's genius, dude.
That'd be fun.
Beautiful. Well, when you say that's fun, it sounds like that's what you're already doing. That's a cool thing. Is that your show with Charlie Barty? Is that what that is?
Yeah,
awesome.
Exactly.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we have another episode coming out like this spring maybe where I built like a bedroom into a bathroom for someone to live in, so they could turn like a 1-bedroom into a 2-bedroom apartment kind of. So I like put a bed and stuff in there.
In their bathroom?
Yeah.
Cool.
And it's like part
That's
of the toilet.
That's my fucking dream.
Yeah.
What?
Exactly.
I want that.
The toilet is like the headboard.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah. That would be fun for me.
We're almost at an hour.
Cool.
And so
Do you guys have any questions?
What? So we'll switch to part 2.
Okay.
But before that, I want to see if you have anything to plug. What's the name of this show and where can people find it?
Totally. I would love to plug it. It's called Walker Upper, and it's going to be probably on YouTube, and we're going to do a screening, hopefully maybe in March, where I'll probably build something live. That's what I did for the last screening. And I also want to plug another show I'm working on with Charlie and Marissa Goldman called Funny Stuff, and we're going to do a funny sculpture show.
Ooh.
Kind of topical to what we've been talking about.
Yeah.
Where we're going to ask comedians and artists to submit funny sculptures and like maybe paintings.
That's cool. Kind of like club video in a way.
Exactly.
But for
exactly
sculpture.
So that I don't know, but maybe keep an eye out. Maybe in June or July.
Wait, what if have people submit prompts? Is that kind of the concept? Or is it specifically sculptures?
It's sculptures.
Okay.
So
maybe I'll submit a prop. I'll try to do it. Yeah.
You should.
That'd be awesome.
Be
Follow fun. Caroline online at Caroline.
Yeah.
Caroline Doyle. What's your at?
My at is CD0YL3, and it says C Doyle.
Link in the thingamajig.
Yeah, exactly. You'll find me.
Yeah, hell yeah. All right, we're gonna go to part 2. Would you like to take a break, or would you like to keep going?
I'm good.
All right,
we're gonna take a break.
The only reason I would be to show you Carrot Top, but
oh my God,
we can
will
do
you?
that. You want to do that real quick?
Yeah.
All right, we'll take a break.
Okay.
All right, folks, we'll be back in a second. On the Patreon. Go to the Patreon. It's only $4 a month. Come on. All right, see you. Bye.